Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Josiah from NextTech Consultants. What we are going to cover today is working remotely with TeamViewer. We're going to cover both the Mac and Windows installs, and then how to connect to those computers remotely. If you would like to skip ahead to any of those in the video, you can find the timestamps in the description below, but we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, if you have any questions, feel free to write those questions in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Also, if you'd like to catch me live, I do stream on Mixer every Sunday and Thursday nights. So you can catch me live there and ask me questions also. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is install TeamViewer. And to do that, we need to just open up our internet browser. We're going to go to TeamViewer.com, and right here it says download for free. We're going to go ahead and click that, and depending on the computer you're on, it will automatically download whether you're on a Windows computer or a Mac computer. So these next instructions are going to be just for the Windows computer only. All right, now that TeamViewer is done downloading, you can go ahead and click the executable, and it will bring up the install prompt. So what we're going to do for you guys, since you're personal, we're going to say default installation. We're going to say personal non-commercial use, and then we're going to say accept and finish. It prompts you, and so you just click yes, and it starts going through the setup process. Once this setup process is done, I'll show you a couple more things that we need to do. Now that the setup process is done, it does pull up a remote connection. So on this panel, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start TeamViewer with Windows. That makes sure if your computer gets restarted that you can go ahead and connect easily again. The other thing is you need to record this ID. Do not forget this ID, because when you install on your home computer, so you can remote into the remote computer, you will need this ID and you will need a password, but this password changes pretty frequently. I will be changing mine so you guys don't know what it is, and I will also be changing my ID. But what you can do is you can go into extras, options, and what we're doing is we're going to set up remote unattended access. So click on security, and what you're going to do is put a password in here. This password allows you to connect to TeamViewer remotely without having to know what this 6-digit password is. If you're the one connecting, you want to use this password. If you're going to let somebody else connect, say a consultant like me, then you'll want to give them this password to give them a one-time access. So go ahead and put your password in twice. And then now you can use that password and this ID to connect from your remote computer. And you'll see that just a few minutes in the video. And if you want to skip to it, the timestamp is linked in the description below if you want to skip the Mac install. All right, now we're going to go over the Mac install. But before we do that, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like this channel and you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. But yeah, let's move on to the Mac install. So just like in the Windows install, the first thing we need to do is we need to go to TeamViewer.com, which we've already done this, but just to show you, then you click download free after the pop-up. So you can download it for free, and just like before, it will also show you the TeamViewer download here, and we can go ahead and download that now or run that installer. It's a little bit different. It installs a disk image, and then you have your package installer. So then you're going to open up the package installer and run through most of the steps here. So you click continue, agree to the license, maybe read it a little bit first, but it should be good to go. Click install. We're going to use my Touch ID and let the install run. Then once it's done, it's going to come over here and ask you a few questions. This is where you set up your password. This is for unattended access. What that means is that it is a password that you will use from your computer at home to remote into the computer there. So we're going to go ahead and create that. Okay, now that the password is created, we're going to go ahead and say finish, and TeamViewer will run. Will be installed. We can close it. We can close out our other windows. And if you notice, once these windows are closed on the top right, TeamViewer actually automatically opens. So we can go ahead and show TeamViewer. And in here is where you get the same thing. You get your ID, which you need to record, so that way you can save it for when you remote in from your remote workstation. We've already set up unattended access, and you want to make sure this is checked, start TeamViewer with system. If this is the very first time you've installed TeamViewer on the computer, it will show a couple more options where it says, hey, make sure you can have disk access. You want to make sure you do these checks to make sure you can allow TeamViewer to control the computer, so that way you don't miss those steps when you're home. But they do pop up when you do your install, so you won't have to worry about that. Now that we have your TeamViewer ID and everything installed, we will need to go to our home computer, install the software. You don't need to set up a remote password, but it could be helpful if you want to connect there later. But take that TeamViewer ID and put it in where it says partner ID right here. So we will put in our partner ID of my Windows computer. We'll click connect, and it's authenticating. So this is the remote password that you've set up. So we're going to type that in. We're going to click login, and the computer will show up. So you can see there it did connect, and I can control my Windows computer just like that. So I can go in and I can move boxes, I can move things around. Awesome. There's my video. So yeah, you can move things around, and that's it. You're connected, and you can now use your remote computer. When you're done, just go ahead and click the close button. If the computer was locked, it will go ahead and lock the computer. Should you ever need to uninstall TeamViewer, you first need to close TeamViewer, which there is a little icons down below, down over in this area, where you can choose TeamViewer, and then you just right click on it and say exit TeamViewer. Once that's done, you go over to start menu, you can type in programs. How to remove programs. You're going to scroll down your list. I know I have a lot of apps. I do a lot of different things on this computer. So we're going to go to TeamViewer. We're going to click uninstall. There's going to be a pop-up. Obviously, this is the command asking if you want to uninstall it. Go ahead and say yes. And you're going to get walked through these steps. So I'm going to go ahead and remove settings. And then I'm going to click uninstall. So once this is done, you've uninstalled TeamViewer. You can click show TeamViewer, and we go into TeamViewer preferences. So in the preferences, you can go to advanced and then scroll down to the bottom and delete configuration files is what I want to do, and then click on install. And then TeamViewer will then be removed from your computer should you need to remove it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And again, if you did like it, go ahead and click that like button. And if you do want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button. I will be posting tech videos, general how-tos every once in a while. And if you do have any other ideas for videos, things you'd like to see or learn how to do, go ahead and post that in the comments below, and I will go ahead and start making videos on that also. Thank you so much. Have a great day.